Ukluniment. Today we are setting half the world on fire, dumping molten silver down our enemies' throats, salting the land, and changing the course of rivers to decimate even the thought of enemy lands. That's right, it's Kun time. The journey starts with this awesome stampede animation and Grandpa Genghis asking us to make some new friends with the other Mongol tribes around. Our first stop is at the Genghis camp, where they ask us to bring a relic. Again with the fucking relics. Next is the Karaids, that request 20 sheep in order to join the horde. We find 3 right off their camp, and then 3 more. Makes me wonder if they have even tried looking for it. We raid a Karakitai sheep fortress and gain 9 more to bring to our new friends. Karakitai is our enemy in this scenario, but they don't seem very interested in fighting us. More sheep join the cause, and we should have enough for the Karaids. Precisely, they give us some cavalry archers and 2 monks, which will come in handy later for the relic. We ride towards the Taichiuds, and they tell us to kill the Naimans. I know Naiman is much stronger, decide to fight purple since I'm already there. I also destroyed their archery range for good measure. The Uyghurs want us to kill some wolves because apparently some wolves are too scary for 5 camel riders and 4 cavalry archers. We deal with that without issues, and the Uyghurs award us with the 5 scared camel riders. Also flaming arrows somehow. Thank Uyghurs. As we enter the Naiman camp, they give us a quest and a reward at the same time as we dealt with the Taichiuds already. We start making way to the relic the Karakitai have. They have a Mongolian monk, but that is not enough of a defense, and we capture the relic. The monk looks like his spine is about to snap carrying the relic. And as the relic gets delivered, the crucible is over in 27 minutes and 11 seconds. In a life of revenge, the objective is simple. Kushluk must die, and Genghis Khan's tent must not. The tank looks pretty cool as well, they have nailed every wonder I've seen so far. So we can have a base, the Taichiuds must die. Again. Karakitai disagrees with my tent and wants it gone. Why do I keep trying to use hotkeys? Feudal Age comes at a decent time, around 7 minutes. Kushluk is a chicken and runs away at the sight of my scout exploring the map. We expand slowly and the military is focused on protecting the tent until we can go after Kushluk. As we hit Castle Age, the military production starts. They are not really threatening the tent, and a castle should do the trick. Some time passes and the horde is ready to strike. They have a decent army, but steppe lancers and Mongolians are too strong. I ignore Karakitai and go straight past them. Kushluk's army tries to stop the horde, but gets stomped hard. We find a green chicken hiding in the corner of the map and run at him. He falls without issue, and the second part of the Mongol saga is done in 43 minutes and 33 seconds. The name is self-explanatory. Indochina's objective is to annihilate 4 Chinese factions. I've played this before and have seen the Great Wall here, so I rush to the west, where I remember there's a little transport ship. The engineers have only militia and crossbow, easy to deal with. We run past their town center and stumble upon some siege units and villagers. I have a big brain moment and build a dock to use transport ship to bring me past the wall, but I forgot I don't have houses. Luckily I still had the other transport ship, so I take 2 trips past the wall. As the villagers land, I immediately order a town center. Genghis is a bitch and doesn't even wait for me to finish the town center before attacking me. I may have settled a bit too close to the wall. While exploring the map, I stumble upon 6 bombard cannons that want to join the horde. Following the norm, I expand slowly and start working towards Castle Age. Because we started with a lot of stone, I kill a castle right in front of the base to protect everyone. The horde is eager and we march toward Genghis. They fight, but cavalry is too strong. I send the cannons towards their base to speed up the raising. I get caught unprepared by Jin building a wonder. Uh-oh. We continue murdering Genghis because I'm still salty about their early raids. Their town center drops and we move on to literally every other building around. Song is amassing a lot of troops, this might be tougher than I thought. The horde marches towards green. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce this. And these fuckers have a lot of onagers. We plow through their military and try to break their trebuchets so we can attack their castle. It doesn't work. The wonder is almost finished. I need to speed up. I build a small second base to mine gold and notice Red not only hasn't given up yet, but decided to build a stable right under my nose. The fucking audacity. Oops, they're a bit too close to the wall. The second attack on green starts while we move on to Imperial Age. I really hate fighting against onagers. They finished the wonder and I haven't dealt with green yet. Uh-oh. The poking on their castle starts, and due to my awful microing, almost all of the cannons die. After the castle, we move on to their town center. Green decided it's had enough, and at this point I'm really stressed about the wonder countdown. I leave their market standing because there's not enough gold mines around China apparently. I start building docks and transport ships because apparently building a wonder isn't enough. It has to be on an island. We load the ships and rush to Jin's base. The rams start working on the gates and we have less than 100 years on the clock. Luckily we have nitro installed on the rams and they've moved fast towards the wonder. They finally reach the wonder and start pounding. At this point I'm drenched in sweat. The wonder finally falls with only 60 years left on the clock. Time to burn everything to the ground on this fucking island. The army couldn't finish the job and I'll have to come back in a bit. Hey, get out of here! We send the horde again towards Jin and level everything in sight. Level everything on sight. Thank you for opening the door, Mr. Villager. They have towers everywhere and we lose another army. More cavalry on the way and the raising resumes. Why aren't they surrendering? I don't know what language this is, but I don't think it's Chinese. Out of pettiness, I topple every tower I find. Enter new town center. They finally resign and I can finally move on to Song. Time to stampede Xian back to the Stone Age. Their army offers very little resistance and we start raising everything. We go straight for their town center and it falls fast. All of a sudden, an earthquake hits and all of their buildings drop, and Song resigns, finishing the longest and most intense scenario I've had so far in 2 hours, 18 minutes and 37 seconds. The fourth mission does the classic splitting the army by a cliff for an extra smidge of difficulty. This time we have to destroy Persia and Russia. In order to weaken Persia, we must bring a gift to the Shah. So we get going with that. Howdy neighbor, just bringing some gifts for the Shah. The cart moves unbothered through Samarkand as planned. Haha, Mongol surprise. The Shah dies and we start preparing for the offensive. Our northern base is scarily close to the Kipchaks, so they are chosen to die first. The camp expands and we start looking towards a good chunky horde. Russia attacks, but meh. Imperial Age gets queued up. I actually have no idea if that's Persian, but it looks like runes. Persia decides to send elephants my way, and that is definitely trouble. In panic, I build 2 barracks while my only 2 archers in the south try dealing with the elephants. No, get back here. Yeah, keep following the archers, forget about the base. Both archers died, but at that point I had built pikemen and the elephants aren't much of a threat anymore. The horde is almost ready and rams are queued up. We march towards the Kipchak. They give up after 2 deaths. That was easy. The Mongol rams are almost as fast as cavalry. This is stupid. Russia starts feeling my wrath. Their castle drops and they throw in the towel right after. Without skipping a beat, we look for the Persia walls. A mosh pit starts at their gates and we have the upper hand. Their town center doesn't pose a threat and we move to the wonder. And it hits the ground as the rest of the army shows up. We burn everything, and their castle bites the dirt. We find another town center and that drops as well. Persia refuses to quit and I realize there's another castle to destroy. The pathing in this game is infuriating sometimes. But the castle is done for and so is Persia, ending the scenario in 1 hour, 12 minutes and 54 seconds. The Great Khan's horde finally reaches Europe, and in order to consolidate power, Germany, Poland and Bohemia must die. Because 1v3 isn't enough, we need to build 3 castles in the middle of the map before Bohemia attacks us in 45 minutes. Poland gets a bit too cocky and I have to go there to shoo them away. Be gone, you potato eaters. Just to be safe, I wall the 2 entrances to the base. Poland, would you kindly fuck off? The camp is actually looking really nice and cozy. With only 25 minutes left, I start moving the horde towards the center so the castles can be built. Germany was coming for us, but we beat them. I order the first castle while the army fights the German one. Yeah, give me a minute, we're building the castles. I probably don't need drills, but it's cool when I spend gold on it. I order the third castle while the troops gather in between them. I send a cavalier to scout Bohemia and find out they're hiding behind walls and bombard towers. Finishing the castles trigger Bohemia to launch the attack earlier. How fun! The offensive starts and of course they have siege onagers. They are very strong, but the horde fights fiercely and we repel them. Without wasting time, we launch the counterattack and the Trebs work wonders against the bombard towers. Because they used their whole army before, we have a clear path towards their castle. Only 2 onagers and some monks left to deal with. Once we breach the walls, the army rushes and captures the flag immediately. I send some hussars to scout Germany and they end up meeting some hermits. Really? You couldn't find your way out of this for 15 years? The amount of armor the Teuton Knights have is ridiculous. We fight our way towards the German castle and the rams end its existence. And of everything else around it. But the flag doesn't want to be captured. We send the Trebs and start flattening everything. Poland finally understands we are Mongols and panic, and the German flag decides to switch sides all of a sudden. I'm not sure how the map layout is, and build a castle to try and encircle Poland. And that reveals some gold. Thanks, castle. Germany is mad I captured their flag and goes after my walls. Poland breaks my gate and comes after me. I push them out and go after their military. Goddamn mangonels. The Polish flag is captured by mysterious forces, and the scenario is over in 1 hour, 32 minutes and 47 seconds. In the final chapter of Genghis Khan's story, we are pitted on a 1v1 against Hungary, divided by a frozen river and only connected by a bridge. We must destroy every town center and castle belonging to the Hungarians. Game tells us Subotai is coming with reinforcements in 40 minutes and we must hold ground until he comes. We are also given some suicide bombers, should be helpful in plowing through their city. Hungary strikes, but they aren't hard to deal with. Thanks for the update, buddy. I am unsure of how strong their attacks will be and build a castle in front of the bridge. They send only scorpions and we don't have a hard time dealing with them. Okay, I know how to look at the timer. I get bored and send the army to start poking them. And then the Trebs to deal with the towers. Ah, fuck it, I'll just push it into the city, Subotai can join later. He is already late, I started the party already. The first castle falls. The Hungarians are unorganized and just throw bodies at us. We find the town center and Subotai finally arrives. I waited 40 minutes for 13 soldiers. Typical. We drop another castle. And the town center. All of a sudden Hungary blows up the bridge to keep me away from them. But I was already in, so that's kinda stupid. They also start building a desperate wonder, but this time I don't let it go far. The last town center falls right after, and Pax Mongolica is done in 48 minutes and 50 seconds. Total runtime, 7 hours, 3 minutes and 52 seconds. China really screwed over my time here, but whatever, I had a lot of fun in this campaign. It was very varied and not full of stupid objectives. Looking at you, Pachacuti. The timer is now at 29 hours, 1 minute and 45 seconds for the first 6 campaigns. I'm glad no one else has done this before, because there's no way I'd beat a proper attempt at this. Genghis Khan was a very bloody campaign, and I got the taste for it. So next one is Dracula.